Okay, so it's a beautiful day here, and I've got my 5-gallon bucket. I'm gonna fill it up about halfway, so it'll be about 2.5 gallons of water. Turn this guy off. So that's ready. And my plan is to use some of this worm tea concentrate. So this is an organic worm tea that we just got off of Amazon. We were gonna try some worm castings, but we thought, why don't we try the tea first and then kind of go from there and see what other supplements we need to do for our containers to make sure that they're staying healthy. So I'm gonna use 5 ounces per gallon. So this is 2.5 gallons, so that's 12 ounces. There's 8 ounces in a cup. So it's gonna be a little over a cup. So here's my cup, here's my worm concentrate, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let's see if I can get you guys up close and personal. I don't know if you can really see it. It almost looks like water. It's like a little more brown, and there are little bits of floaties in there. So it's about 1.25 cups actually, I believe is the math, but boom. And I'll bring you guys in close to see what it looks like, what the water looks like. And then I'm just gonna go around and I'm just gonna take another cup and I'm just gonna give each one of my potted plants a ladle of this water. I'll bring you in close. So I did pre-water my plants knowing that this wasn't going to be sufficient water for today. So I pre-watered them just a little bit, and then I was going to come back through with this and just hit every plant. That one's, I'll hit it even though it kind of looks like that tomato's dead. But I'm just going to go through and just add a little bit and see if it helps with some of the yellowing I'm seeing on some of my other plants. Okay, so now with each GreenStalk, because I already watered it from the top, I'm just going to water each individual cup with some of this. And I can give you guys an update because this GreenStalk is freaking exploding. It is, everything that we put in it is coming up. All of the tomatillo seeds, all of the beans are coming up, and all of the cucumbers. It's just looking awesome. So this is the second time that I've used this worm tea. The first time I wanted to kind of get the hang of it, not that it was hard by any means, before I kind of made a video on it. I can't really tell you how well it works yet, obviously, because I've only used it one time. And the directions were kind of interesting. They were saying things like, use it often. So it didn't really give me an exact time that I needed to be using things. But I'll kind of give you guys updates. Here's my tomatoes. I'm going to pot these out in the yard, or plant them, I think, in the ground out in the yard. And hopefully I'll get a video of that when I decide. I probably won't do it for another couple of weeks. So here are my ground cherries that we got And right there, see, look, there's one. There's quite a few on all of those. And then my cucamelons are starting to take off here. I'm trying to get them to train to the trellis. It's a tiny bit of a struggle. They keep winding up on each other like this one, but we'll get it figured out. Those are little baby cucamelons right there. Super excited. I hope that these turn out great, but they're the cucamelons. And my peas, I'm trying to get them, the cucamelons, the peas started grabbing onto each other, so I'm trying to get the peas to climb up this. Those are doing really well. And then after I topped my peppers, I put a few pictures on Instagram. This guy is like really awesome. Do you see how it like all these little sections are branching out? It's kind of hard with the shadows to see, but get in there. Oh, yeah, so like all these little guys, all of those are branching out and they're gonna produce peppers. And then this is the newest GreenStalk video. These are beans from seed. These are bush beans. Look at that. Like all of them are pretty much out. And then these are the tomatillos. All of them are starting to come out a little bit. And then more beans. And then cucumbers. Look at all of these cucumbers that are coming out. And then these ones are the cucumbers that I planted from plants. But look at already, these ones are growing perfectly. So, and then here's our other GreenStalk, and I've got some radishes and beets coming in down at the bottom here. I'm hoping that those are gonna take. I wasn't gonna thin them. I wasn't gonna deal with that, but you know, we'll see. Those are my peppers. I did not pot up my peppers. I think I'm gonna end up just leaving them by now because they're getting so big, and see how they do. And then the potatoes are doing awesome. More potato plants. Everybody's doing awesome. This is a pretty flower. I can't remember what it's called. Justin got for me. And then my tomatoes that I'm gonna end up planting out. And then here is the other pot of strawberries that I planted. These guys are just doing really well. And look, we've got a big old sucker right there, big old ripe ones. So the kids will be out here soon to get that guy. Well, that was a quick video on worm tea and kind of like the container garden update for you. I hope it wasn't boring just watching me water all these plants with worm tea. I'm going to let you know the update. So the main thing is that it's available, it's easy to use, and we're going to see how well it works. But anyway, I'm going to spend the rest of the day probably hanging out outside, maybe doing a few more garden things. But I hope that you guys got something out of today's video, and if you did, I would love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to us. We really appreciate your guys' support, and as always, I hope you have a great day, no matter where you are.